Again, it took too long. A Netflix documentary about 3 years living in China as a South African girl who doesn't speak Chinese. Oh my god. Okay. Are we ready? Let's go. Hello and welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, if you are new here, my name is Muki M, and please hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are notified of every time I post, okay? Because I swear to you, kumnandila. It may not be that consistent, but kumnandilana. And to my already existing subbies, guys, I am back with another video. Please forgive me. I know that I've just went MIA ever since the Mommy Issues podcast, but we are planning on making a return, okay? And I'm so excited about this video. Today's video is basically about 3 years living in China. It's a life update of 3 years living in China. So today is the 9th of August, 2026, and the 9th of August, 2023, and it was around these times, I'm sure it's almost 4 p.m. I'm not really sure anymore, but around these times, 3 years ago, I was landing in Shanghai Pudong International Airport. Okay. I was coming from South Africa with all my 2 suitcases with two of my 23 kg suitcases and one carry-on bag, and I was wearing a black tracksuit with white tackies and a black crop top, and I had a nice small short haircut, pixie haircut nyana, that was basically similar to this color but ginger brown, and I was just a few kgs lighter and ready to start over. I was 25 years old and I was just so full of hope and full of life and full of so much joy and excitement. And looking back, now it's 3 years later, I am so proud of the girl that I was then, the girl who took a chance to actually come to China and leave everything she knew behind and just start afresh and start a new life. And looking at the woman I am now, I'm not a little girl anymore. Definitely, I am a woman, guys. Oh my God, I am 28 now. So that's like 3 years ago, literally. And of course, I have some things that I would like to share because, wow, China has been crazy. Now, first of all, being a Black South African woman living in China, navigating life in Mandarin Chinese is insane, guys. Like, I was just thinking about it a couple of months back. I'm navigating this country, this life, this adulthood in Chinese. Like, and I go and reset language to English because I'm in China. Everything is in Mandarin. It's in Chinese, the characters. Guys, but how's my Chinese fluency at this point? I'm still not very fluent, but I do understand a lot more than I did when I arrived. And I've been planning on learning some more Chinese. I really, really enjoy self-teaching or teaching myself through videos, through people's tutorials online, because there's no pressure and I'm allowed to make as many mistakes as I can without judgment or feeling like I should be perfect all the time. And how is the Chinese food? Honestly, guys, I'm a very picky eater. I don't even understand how I gained so much weight being such a picky eater, but Chinese food wise, I still have some things that I cannot say that go hand in hand with my palate. Like, I have a very sensitive sense of taste, and some things I'm really, really not with, but love the rice, love cumin beef. I love their rice and beef potato meals. Anything that's got rice, but it must be either beef or something stir-fried with beef. Okay, love vegetables down. The Chinese people really cook their green beans. Like, they have these string beans, like green beans basically, that have like meat in them. I don't know how they prepare that, and their carrot stir fries as well. Like, oh God, I really, really love some of the Chinese food, but I'm not with like the snails. Okay, wait, let's just stick to what I love right now because I also love barbecue. Okay, anything because they have eat barbecue with skewers here. I really like their barbecue. It's actually very, very delicious. I go ham for those. Like I literally order them, and I have tried their oysters as well, like the barbecue oysters. Very garlicky, so if you don't like garlic, that's not for you. But I really did enjoy them, but I wouldn't like just buy them again for myself. Not really a fan of seafood, but I am in love with their like prawns. They are barbecue prawns. Like I really don't like seafood, but if it's like barbecue, guys, oh, barbecue is another word for like braai. Yeah. So I really like that. Another thing that I really enjoy are the dumplings and fried rice. But the fried rice, literally, I think I enjoyed Shanghai's fried rice. Because in Guangzhou, they don't make it like they make it in Shanghai. In Shanghai, it has like some meat, carrot, sometimes cabbage nyana. I really, really enjoyed the fried rice as a Shanghai shem. Like it was just different. Although sometimes, like in China, I noticed something. They have a problem with seasoning, okay? I gotta ask for salt anywhere and everywhere I go to eat, even the Western restaurants in China. Like I need to ask for salt because, guys, honestly, where's the seasoning? Where's the seasoning? But it's not all Chinese restaurants or Western restaurants in China. But yeah, another thing that I really did enjoy is their lemon teas. Oh, Sana, they put me onto it. Jasmine tea has been I has no jasmine tea. Nandi, guys, I didn't even know there was something called jasmine tea, but I've become like a fan of like their lemon teas or their iced teas. Very, very, very nice, very delicious, very demure. Kasana, so demure. But anyway, another thing I fell in love with was Mixu. Oh, Mixu ice cream, guys, with the chocolate sauce and the crumbled Oreos. That's my favorite. I love it. I love Mixu. I also love the Mixu lemonade. Very, very good for the hangover. Kesana. Yeah, one in the morning. If you can feel good to you, I feel so dehydrated. Get yourself some water, of course, but top it off with that Mixu lemonade. Ebanda. Bo. Zuba right. Zuba grand sana. But yeah, those are the things I enjoyed here. I really don't enjoy their KFC. Mm-mm. It's not finger licking good, Sana, at all. Their McDonald's options also not a fan. I used to be a big fan of McDonald's when I arrived because the menu was really good when I got here. Plus, they had a lot more beef options. But now McDonald's is just looking very chickeny here. And I don't get it, but okay. Burger King Walana, it's much smaller. Like the portion sizes are much, much, much smaller than they are back at home in South Africa. And what else don't I enjoy food wise? I haven't tried frog, guys. A lot of my friends or a lot of people that I've met along the way have been like they've tried frogs, but I haven't tried frogs at all. I feel like I'm scared of frogs in real life. So I cannot fear an animal and then eat it. Well, there's people who are scared of chickens and they eat them, but I think I'll be brave enough to try it someday. And I won't try it alone. I'll like try it around friends or whatever. And yeah, they eat turtles, snakes, snails. I haven't tried all of those things. Very, very picky, guys. I mean, once something enters my mouth and it really just doesn't taste right, like, ugh, it's gonna be a bad day. I swear. Uh, another thing that I really like don't enjoy is when the food is too spicy. It feels like my tongue is about to fall off. It can be like mild spicy. And what I like about ordering here on the apps, like when you want to order food, is that you can actually choose the type of spicy that you want. Yes. So you can like order very spicy, slightly spicy, not spicy. And then you can choose which option you prefer. Then they make your food according to your preference. And yeah, another reason that I felt compelled to do this video, guys, is because I'm actually being noticed. If I'm not being noticed for my TikTok, I'm being noticed for my YouTube. So a lot of people subscribed to my channel when I was coming to China, especially with that vlog that blew up about moving to China. And a lot of people that I've met along the way are like, oh my God, you're Mookie M. I know you from YouTube. And then other people know me from my story time of how I left home. And I've been approached by so many people, and really like love was just felt. So I think that alone is bringing me back to doing YouTube again, and to just trusting myself. Hey girl, please bring back that confident girl in you who had the spark, who was just not afraid of being and sitting in front of the camera like this. You're a natural and telling your stories, right? So I realized that I'm being noticed. And one girl recently, I met her in church because I tried church in Guangzhou. It was very good, actually. I just don't wake up early enough, and I live an hour away from where church is usually. So it takes me a while to get out of bed. Sometimes I just really don't feel like getting up early, but it's okay. I still read my Bible. I still talk to God. I still pray. So yeah, it's fine. But other days when I really do feel like I'm in the mood to go in fellowship, I do my best to go to church. And when I met this girl at church, she was like, oh my God, girl, I love your video so much. I'm like, you are part of the reason I also like decided to just take on this journey of coming to teach in China. I was like, wow, really? So I was like so happy about that, because I sometimes just sit and record and like make this content, and I don't think about how it impacts the other person. Sometimes I do, but I didn't really ever see as far as Uguti there would be girls that are going to be like seriously inspired and take the step to actually do it. I mean, I always thought like people could see from me, like see my videos. Sorry, it's a bit too cold. But I always thought that people would see my videos and get inspired, right? But as for taking the full action of being like, you know what, I'm doing it. Yeah, that's really been a game changer for me, even with my TikTok journey, because I really blew up on TikTok, you guys, telling my stories about my childhood. And that's what prompted me to start my podcast. Not to go off topic, I'm just so happy that there are people who are inspired by my content and who are inspired by me. And another thing I want to discuss, because we are on the topic of me being 3 years old in China today. Oh my God, I'm actually very happy, but I'm also at the same time like, So another thing about living here is that I've transitioned from job to job. But in the 3 years I've been here, I've spent 1 year in Shanghai. I worked at EF. Then the other 2 years I've lived in Guangzhou. I worked at a primary school here. And it was pretty much a good experience, I must say. But I think I'm just at a point where I'm not sure where we're going with this ESL thing. But it's not something I want to discuss today. Today we're just discussing like my experience living here in 3 years. So another thing I want to talk about is the dating scene here. I think I spoke about this when I did my 1 year living in China update. So the dating scene did not get any better, honey. I feel like it was for character development. It dating scene like character development, guys. I don't want to even lie to you. Like the dating scene has developed my character so much so that I've decentered marriage. I've decentered being a wife, being a mother. Like I've decentered all of that and centered myself. I think a part of my journey moving to China and coming to live here with the shit dating scene was so that I could learn to center myself and ask myself what I really want instead of playing a script that I was given as a child. Did I actually really want to get married, or was that a script that was handed to me ever since I could talk because I was given dolls to play with? Did I ever really want to be a mom, or that was just a script given to me? Did I ever really want to be a wife, or that was just a script given to me? Go to get as a good Christian girl, you're supposed to go to church, act right, dress right, show less skin, go to school, pass, get a job so that you are marketable to the patriarchy, to the male gaze, so you can get yourself a good husband, learn how to cook, be great in bed, but you are not allowed to date, you are not allowed to talk about sex, so how else am I supposed to learn about sex? All these fucking things. Be a good girl, don't date too many boys, don't even date, wait for your husband, pray for your husband. Oh, the male-centeredness of it all. That's why I'm so grateful for the fucking terrible dating scene here, because it has really shaped my character into centering myself more and asking myself, what is it that I really want? And I realized that I'm good. I'm good. I may not be sure at this moment what I want because I'm a human being that is constantly growing and changing and going through some like life changes and life stages. I'm not going to remain the same forever. But as for now, where I'm at, I'm not in the mood to be partnered up. I'm not in the mood to be somebody's parent. Oh God, no. I'm just in the mood to show up for myself as myself every day, learn about myself, spoil myself, love myself, be gentle with myself. Like everything revolves around me right now. What do I want? Am I happy? Futina Kona, if I'm not happy, can I find what makes me happy without the pressure of I have a husband, I have a child, I have to think about them. I can't just go off the whim and find what makes me happy and find the things that are going to fulfill my soul because I have people to think about. No, it's all about me, and I don't owe anybody that consideration because it's just me, and nobody gets hurt in as a result of me trying to find myself. I don't have a child who's going to grow up and say, but you were not there because you were busy chasing happiness, or a husband who's going to like go outside and find a partner that's going to be available for them because I'm emotionally unavailable or whatever. And the reason would be, but you were not there. You went to go find yourself. I also had to have myself a partner. I needed a wife and you were not there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the dating scene as a result has shaped my character in that way. And I'm very grateful for that. So much, Sana. Friendship wise, oh, guys, I used to be friends with such lovely people. I want to say that. Like, I was so grateful for the friends that I had when I lived in Shanghai. And everything changed when I moved and we grew apart. I really truly believe that what happened is that we grew apart. And as we were growing apart, I think maybe my friends expected me to stay the same and I expected them to change as I was changing. So that kind of also grew us apart and I felt a disconnect, and I only blame myself for not voicing out my feelings of why I stopped talking to everybody. But I do feel to a certain extent also that with how the friendships ended, some friendships ended just so I was I felt it was time, and I felt like um I wasn't given any choice. Like we were just not so close anymore. And go where you are loved, go where you are wanted, not where you feel like you're being bautirela favor, where you feel like people are doing you a favor. You just need to go to where you feel like you're accepted and welcomed with open arms. And that's what happened with some of my friendships that I had in Shanghai. With navigating friendships when I moved to Guangzhou, it was really crazy because I was in a relationship when I moved to Guangzhou and I was spending most of my time with my ex-partner. And when I wasn't in Guangzhou, I was in Beijing. And I kind of just fell more into my partner's world and instead of cultivating mine. So as a result, I'm still trying to navigate friendships in Guangzhou. Don't really have people I can say, yeah, these are my friends, like my rocks. No, but I do have acquaintances, people I've met, people I've hung out with. And yeah, it's pretty chilled. Also, I think friendships, like any other relationships, need consistency. They need you to cultivate the relationship and take care of it. So I haven't found people I feel like I'm ready to do that with or are worthy of that kind of effort and time from my side. And I will know when I find those people. It will just feel natural and organic. But Oga Manji, this is just where I'm at. But yeah, guys, since I left also my old job. I've just learned a lot of things. I've had free time. I've started my clothing brand, Indica Moon. I've also started my other clothing brand, Made by Mookie. But Made by Mookie is a bespoke atelier brand. So that's where I make custom made pieces for people. And I really love fashion, guys. I'm a fashion girly down. I know I've never posted any videos here on YouTube of me sewing or doing tutorials, but if you go to my socials online lately, I've just been trying to push the fashion niche, because that's where I'm at. That's the hill I will die on. If they ever tell me which hill are you going to die on, I'm dying on the fashion hill, baby. Any day, every day. I don't care. Like, it's the one thing I feel so connected to in this life, that, like, oh, I love it so much. I would literally choose fashion over anything and everybody, because I love making clothes. I love looking at clothes. I love putting clothes together, styling pieces. I love fashion, guys. And I'm able to draw, sketch a design, or see it in my head and then go and make it. And I'm like, yeah. But other than that, and I know I'm going to make a lot of money from that. But also, like, the money's just going to flow because I'm going to be enjoying what I'm doing. I think it's something I really enjoy. And I realize that it takes time for people to find what they like and what they want to do with their lives. So you're truly blessed if you found it at a young age. And for me, I did find this at a young age, but I think it became more real to me once I bought my first sewing machine when I was back at home. And I was just like, this is what I want to do with my life. But I need a plan. So teaching ESL in China was part of the plan. Coming to China was also part of the plan, because this is like the fashion manufacturing capital of the world, especially the city where I'm at right now, Guangzhou. Right? So I think that was also God's positioning of me. God positioned me in the right place, and we're just hoping that everything is going to go well from here onwards. Moving on to the next point I want to talk about is my self-development since I got here. Okay. Now, living in this country itself is character development, guys. The racism that is very subtle but very uncomfortable. Yeah. The bureaucracy, guys. Oh, China, my love. Oh, it's very heavy. It can get very lonely. I don't want to lie. I spend a lot of my time by myself, which is why I've also learned to put myself first so much and to love myself more, because at the end of the day ends with me. Right? I go to bed with me. I'm always with myself all the time, even when I'm with other people. So I've really learned to cultivate the relationship I have with myself. And living here, like, with the bureaucracy, the racism, so much character development. I've learned to bite my tongue. I used to be a person who didn't really give a F. Like, I would just go off, like, crash out any day. If it's on site, it's on site. You know, like, I'm gonna let you know what's in my mind if you're tripping or what's this. But now I've learned to bite my tongue, because it's not every situation that deserves a reaction or a fight. I've learned to pick my fights wisely, and I've learned to know the time and place to go off. Right? Sometimes there's a time to really go off, and I've done that. And then there's been times where I'm like, Lana, I need to carefully assess the situation. It is bumpy, but and I would do so. And it's really worked out for me. I've really become such a calmer person. Like, I truly believe I'm a much calmer person than I was when I arrived here. I'm so much calmer. I'm so much more careful as well. Oh gosh. I think I've really matured, but those are things that naturally just come with age. Oh, I think so. Not for a lot of people, but I think those are just things that come with age. And for me, honey, I can say that I've aged pretty well. And with my self image, my physical self image, I think I've changed a lot, guys. Growing up, you put on some weight, but also living here, when I got to China, I want to be quite honest. When I left South Africa, it was just me, and I really didn't have money. Like, I was a graduate, I was hustling. South Africa, you'll hustle like a dropout. But I never had the money to be comfortable with anything. I was never comfortable because I didn't have the money. Guys, yo, and jobs were not so certain. Like, you would be at a job, but it wasn't a permanent position. So when I got to China, this was my first job in China that I had. It was my first long term job. It was the first job where I stayed a whole year. And I was like, wow. So when that contract ended, I was given a choice to renew or not. And I decided not to because of my own reasons. And I just wanted to see what else was out there. And that was a great decision. Honestly, that was a really great decision for me. I'm really happy that I made that decision, even though there was a point where I was like thinking if I made the right decision, but that was only for a little time. And when I got here, I finally had access to money, right? I finally had money, and money gives you access to a lot of things. I could finally buy clothes anywhere I wanted to buy them. I could finally buy food, any food I wanted. If I wanted to eat McDonald's every day, I was doing that. If I wanted to have the ice creamy, if I wanted to drink alcohol, I finally had access. Even though, like, I wasn't doing it too much, but I mean, it was a new exposure for me. So I think I kind of just overdid it because my body changed. Out of nowhere, Sana, I became big, but I've been working on my weight loss since I moved to Guangzhou. Moving to Guangzhou was like a cut off of all my bad habits, and it was like time to go inward. I truly believe moving to the city and moving away from Shanghai was like time to go inward and to look at myself and to now sit with myself, because like I said, I've been alone a lot in Guangzhou, and I've gotten to like sit and think about myself, think about my thoughts, think about why I think about things a certain way, think about my habits, do shadow work. Oh, guys, like, it's been so great. I don't want to lie, because I've worked on my weight loss a lot, even though I haven't lost a lot of weight, but I've worked on it. I've assessed my eating habits. Still things I'm learning to like implement in my life. You know, I've been to the gym more consistently than when I was living that side. There's less distractions. I don't want to like put a bad name on having friends, but another reason I think I also just took it slow with making friends this side is because my friendship or my friend group in Shanghai was a big distraction. Like, we had so much fun together. No shade, Futi, to the people I was friends with. We had so much fun together. We would go out almost every weekend, or every weekend we were drinking. We were just doing a lot. And there were points where I could feel, no, we're doing a lot. And I didn't want to do those things, but we were always together. And even if we didn't plan to, we would just always end up going out. And it was such a distraction. Alcohol overuse is such a distraction from your goals and the things that you want to do in your life. So when I moved away from all of that, I finally got to be in a new place. There was more peace, it was more quiet, and I could finally focus on a lot of my goals. And when I was in Shanghai, I didn't even sew one thing. I think I did sew something, but it was like I cut up my jeans just to like make something out of those jeans, right? But when I got to Guangzhou is when I finally managed to go to the fabric markets. I finally used my machine. I got another machine. I made myself a sewing studio. Like, I got a 2-bedroom apartment, and I did a sewing. I transformed that room into a sewing studio. I've sewed things for myself, for other people. I've turned that shit into content. People see my content now, even here in China, because I put it on WeChat. Like, I've just really, really improved. As much as sometimes it does get lonely, and I'm like, oh, why don't I have constant friends that I can hit up anytime and we can go out, instead of like acquaintances I can hit up sometimes and sometimes they're not available to hang out, and it's fine. But I'm always like, sometimes when I'm lonely, I'm always like, oh, why don't I have friends like that here? And then I remember that they would be a distraction. So it's better to like have these acquaintances and people that I just go out with like that sometimes or see sometimes than to be in like enmeshed friendships where you barely really get time to focus because it's always just noise and fun and, you know, girlfriend stuff. But yeah, that's been a part of my character development in China. I've seen a lot of things. I've also learned not to trust people. Oh my gosh, guys, abantu, people. I only trust God now. That's another thing I actually wanted to talk about. Like, I only trust God now. These people that know my sensitive information that I've shared with them in terms of vulnerability. And next thing I know, I'm finding out from other people about my business. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? You ain't supposed to know that. I told this person that. Why the fuck do you know that? Because of that reason. I think that's another reason why I've just really shied away from like making too many friends here in Guangzhou or here in Guangzhou because of I've tried like getting close to some people and then they just show me their ass real quick. So I've stopped trusting people. I just trust God now. That's why I'm not really much about telling my business too much to anybody anymore because they go and spread my business elsewhere. So yeah, I've learned to know when to let the racism thing bother me. Sometimes people still do take videos and photos of me. I'm getting to a place, guys. I'm not saying I'm already there, but I want to get to a place, and I think I'm getting to a place where I'm starting to let it bother me less. But there was a day where I went up to a lady who was doing that to tell her to stop recording me because I don't like that shit. Why the fuck is you recording me? But it's fine. You know what I realized also? Guys, we're not making it out of this life alive. None of us. All of us are going to die. Sizofa at the end of the day. So please do what makes you happy, sis. If recording me and posting it wherever to bully me makes you happy, look, there's only a few things I can control in this life. Myself, my reactions, and what I put into my body or what I put around me. Everything else I can't fucking control. So please go off. Go off. Do what you please. Make yourself happy in this life. Life is short. A clock can run out tomorrow. We don't know when we're gonna die. Hence why I'm wearing my new outfit. I'm not even going anywhere. I'm wearing it at home just to shoot this video. When I'm done, I'm gonna do something that makes me happy after this video too. You know what I'm saying? So live life to the fullest. That's also like I've had so many epiphanies living here in the past 3 years. Am I planning on going back to South Africa anytime soon? To be quite honest with everybody, I did plan on visiting my siblings this July, August holidays, but things happened. So I think that was also just a sign to get not right now. But I do plan on going to visit. Definitely, like 1 week, 2 weeks in, out. Yeah. But to live there, it's not in my plans. It's not in my plans. Living abroad is definitely not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted. Living abroad, guys, please don't look at us living here, making vlogs, looking all pretty, going to brunches, going to dinner dates or whatever and think, wow, I can do it because this person can do it. You never know how much grit somebody has. You really never know how much grit somebody has. And living abroad takes a lot of self-discipline and it takes grit. So if you are somebody who knows that you don't have that, just don't do it. And if you know you're not somebody who can't live without their family, please don't do it. And if you know that you're somebody who has a very weak work ethic, guys, guess a chance are abroad. Like literally in South Africa, we get away with a lot. And I think that's where this mentality that South Africans are lazy, that foreigners have when they come to our country to work, that's where it comes from. Honestly. And you know what, realizing the difference and the contrast in the work ethic here and back at home, yeah, I can say, Uti guys, we need to pull up our socks with how much we work. And it's not all South Africans. I'm not going to say South Africans are lazy, but there's specific places where you can see Uti get, okay, in this industry and this line of work, lazy workers here. And then you go abroad and you see how much other people are putting in work in that same industry and you're like, shit, yeah, kumele sisebenze shem ama-South Africans ekhaya ngathi anokuvilaphanyana here. They need to pull up their socks, and I'm saying that in the most sensitive way ever, because I'm not trying to get cancelled out here, but that's just my truth and observation. And you work very hard here. So I was just saying that don't see people post their soft life that they're living abroad and think it is truly soft. Yes, it can be. It's just a part of their life. It's not their whole entire spectrum of your life. Like, it's just part of the spectrum, but you don't see what they don't post. You don't see the mental breakdowns that happen behind the cameras. You don't see the bullying at work that goes on. So I think, Mina, for the 3 years that I've been here, I've built my work experience in China. And yeah. So I definitely do plan on going to visit South Africa. I don't have any plans to move back there permanently yet, but the future holds its own cards. I don't know what the future holds. Only God knows. So we'll see in the future. But for now, that's just where I'm at. And I'm fighting for my life. Like I said, y'all don't know how much grit it takes to live here. So ningasiboni see poster only the highlights. Those are just highlights. We go through a lot behind closed doors. There's bureaucracy, there's racism, there's culture shocks, so many culture shocks. Oh my God. Those things can build up and build a mental breakdown, and not everybody has the mental capacity to do this thing alone. So, like I said, one of the things I've realized about my character living here in China is that I'm very adaptable. I adapt very well. I won't say very easily, but quite well into any environment that I'm put in. And I am quite resilient, very strong girl, Shem. Oh, very strong girl. I have a soft shell. You can see Gucci Shame. She's just a baby girl, but I am very strong. I fight, and I've been doing this alone for the past 3 years with people that have been coming and going in my life. And that's why I take such great care of myself, because with everyone that's been entering and exiting my life, I realize that the only consistent and constant is me. The only consistent and constant person is me. So I need to take care of myself first before anybody else. I need to make sure that I'm good, I'm fine, I'm okay. And like angfuni ngami, guys. Oh gosh, like I really would just hurt anybody over myself. Like, don't fucking hurt me. Don't do anything that's wrong to me. As long as you don't fuck with me negatively, we're good, because I'm taking care of this girl right now. But yeah, I think I've said a lot, and I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in my next coming video. I don't know how long or how soon after this video that will be, but guys, I am planning a return, okay? I am planning a return, and I really want to do this more consistently, because I think I really just enjoy sitting down and talking, okay? But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. Now remember that if you are new here, please remember to press subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of every time that I post. And remember to like and comment and share, guys, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, my tough cookies. Goodbye. Mwah.